Oh man, we watched the Patreon pick, which was The Room. It was The Room. We referenced this not later, in the episode. This is Tommy Wiseau's magnum opus here. I guess
more like magnum opus, am I right?
Yeah, I guess I'll give the rundown in this movie. So basically,
By the way, The Room was recommended by Kyler.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you, Kyler.
Thank you. What the fuck is the guy's name? Johnny?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Tommy Wiseau is dating some total bitch, right? He's rich, he's handsome, everyone loves him, he's the talk of the town, he's like the best person of all time, he's like constantly jacking off his own ego in this movie, and he's dating some fucking bitch that wants to cheat on him, because he's not fun, and that's basically the only justification we get about it. So she chooses to cheat on him with his hot best friend, and she does, and they cheat for a while, and then eventually Tommy figures out, and he finally comes to terms with the fact that he's gonna lose his girlfriend, so he fucking shoots himself in the head, and that's the whole movie, basically, in a nutshell.
And so, this movie is, in fact, in my opinion, so bad it's good. In fact, I thought since this had been hyped up for me so much, I've heard so much about where like, oh my gosh, it's so funny, it's so awkward, oh my god, it's so bad, blah, blah, blah. I thought all that hype going into it was gonna make it not hit me, but it still got me. I was still like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening? And laughing along the whole time.
You might say, Tanner, it's so bad that it was, in fact, the best film you've ever seen before.
That's right. I've never seen a film that entertained me quite as much as this one. That's not true.
Yeah, perhaps you've heard of a little film called The Day After Tomorrow.
Unfortunately, or maybe I'm just throwing that. Don't ignore me saying unfortunately. This movie has another case of, like with comedy movies, where it's like, how much more can I say other than I found it funny?
How much more can we truly add to the discussion of The Room?
True.
Except for, were you guys aware that initially, so like, here's a bit of background information about The Room. I know we talked about a bit of it during the, during the normal Guapish time, but right now in Guapish at the movies, were you guys aware that initially The Room was actually supposed to be a stage play, okay? It was supposed to be a play, but Tommy was like, no one really watches plays. I hear that movies are popular, though, so I'm going to make it a movie instead. But first he made a book, which was 500 pages long. And so there was a shitload of content from the book that needed to be trimmed down in order to make it a, semi-cohesive plot here for the film. Such as, apparently, initially, it was supposed to be revealed that Johnny, it was supposed to be a vampire.
Huh.
Also, he was supposed to have a flying car.
Huh.
Yeah.
Does the book, in the book, does it make sense why they call it The Room?
I doubt it. But yeah, that's about all I personally have to say about The Room. I thought it was a very silly film overall, it was very entertaining, but also it's incredibly bad. It's not very good from a general film standpoint. However, as far as entertainment goes, I found it an enjoyable time.
Yeah,
Jackson, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I really don't have much to add about it as well. It's fucking, from a basically anything but entertainment standpoint, is absolute dog shit.
Yeah.
The acting is horrible, the writing's horrible, the story is basically entirely pointless. There's just so many characters for no reason at all that have no use. There's just so many wasted scenes of just nothing happening at all. Motivations are completely retarded. It really just makes no sense. Also, I don't know if it's intentional, but holy shit, they really just jack off Tommy's character constantly. Is it literally an ego thing? Tommy Wiseau wants people to constantly be praising him and shit, so he kind of just projected that by making all the characters love him or something in the movie? Or am I looking too deep into this, do you think?
I can only assume that he legitimately went through a breakup somewhat similar to this one and just needed to feel better about it.
That honestly would not shock me.
That bitch.
Yeah, but this was a funny film, and I'm gonna just get this out of the way first. I don't think I've explained how I do in my ranking of So Bad It's Good films. Frankly, this is only the second one we've really seen that I think falls into that category outside of Waxwork, or including Waxwork. And Waxwork I give a pass primarily because it is explicitly stated to be a comedy. This is not. This is supposed to be a serious tragedy drama film. So I'm going to rate it as such, which is its big falling. I know Tanner's not going to agree with me on that. But I am still, of course, giving it points for the fact that it is pretty funny. But like, and if I wasn't rating it for it being funny at all, this would be like easily like an F tier film for me.
But because, you're grading it a little bit on a curve here due to it being pretty funny, then what's your actual rank?
I'm gonna give it a D+.
D+, okay.
I cannot force myself to put it into the C tier because it's still absolute dog shit, but I still think it's very entertaining and I'd watch it again.
I can put it into a C tier. I'm gonna give it a C-, in fact, personally. Because, it is still fucking dog shit from, by every single measure. However, you can get enjoyment from this film, which I think is definitely still worth something,
Yeah. Dylan gave it an F. Obviously, I've established I care about entertainment a bit more than you guys. I think the ultimate purpose of a movie is to entertain, and I don't much care if the entertainment is derived from what the filmmaker wanted it to be entertaining for. So to that end, I'm giving The Room an A+.
Insane.
And that puts it at a C.
Whoa. That's a double chevron for me.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Is that a double chevron? Like both me and Dylan have double chevrons on it?
I doubt it.
You have one. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, both you and Dylan have one. That's pretty funny.
Insane in the membrane.
That's funny.